Hi Sharon, okay, I got it figured out here. Now, here is what's happening. You have an index.htm, which is the page that you would naturally go to as the default loading page. You also have an index.php. Okay, and this is the one that's actually loading up on your .com. So let me just pull that up in the browser for a sec. Okay, so I'm looking at the page here, and I do a view source, and this is what I get up here. So what I did is I actually downloaded just the 3 pages so I could compare. There's the default ASPX, an index.htm, and an index.php. Now these two are closest in file size, so it would make sense that they're probably intermingled. The default ASPX, there is some definitely code in there that would indicate it could be a default landing page, but these two here are the ones I narrowed it down to. So this is the source for your default landing page, and when I pulled it up in my text editor, it's exactly the same as the it's exactly the same as what I see when I view the source right here. Now if we go back to your site and I go to and click on the home link, now I'm assuming this is what you actually want for your home page right here, is the index.htm page. And when I pull the source up on this, there we go, we've got the bit of a little blurb up here. We have a lot more meta tags. It's been optimized here for meta tags and whatnot. And then I take a look at the index.htm, and sure enough, that's the page that has the link up here. Okay, so here's where we sit, or what you may want to consider. You could simply link to the actually the index.php. Chances are you're probably not using that. You could delete it from the server. Okay, but I don't know if you are using it. Okay, so I'm not going to take it off the server myself because I don't know what purpose this page has. Typically, if you have an index.php, there's a reason for it. I see you have some other database type pages in your site. I don't want to mess with those. But if you don't need this page, you could probably delete it, and the index.htm would be the automatic default page that loads up. It's because you have 2 different pages in there. The server is set up so that it's going to load index.php first, then it will probably load index.htm or HTML. Basically, there's a sequence. It starts looking for an index.php. If it doesn't find one, it goes looking for index.html. If it doesn't find that, it's going to go look for index.htm. And it may even skip right and start off with this is the default page, because a lot of servers are set up to have default dot something as their default. But long story short, you can either delete this page if you know you're not using it, or if you've never updated it or whatever. Or the other thing is you can actually contact your host and say, hey, look, could we have the index.htm set up as the default landing page? That's also another option. The server, your web host, can actually change the settings on the server so that the HTML file is looked for first. But I don't know. Not all web hosts are going to be accommodating, because I don't know if that's going to affect just your hosting plan or everybody else's. But anyways, long story short, this guy here is the one that's showing up when you just type in helena.com, and of course this is the one that shows up when you click on the home link, and this sounds like the one you want it to be. So I'd say, unless you were, if you have a backup of your site, it's not going to hurt to just, delete the index.php, and then I would just make sure that you don't have any other links to index.php and that they're all to the index.htm. So anyways, that is why you're having 2 different pages show up. It is because you have 2 different index pages on the server. This one here, by the looks of the date, and I don't know how accurate that is, but 2014, and this one was updated, well, today. So I'd say you're probably pretty safe just to yank that off there, but I'm afraid to do that myself because I don't know what the page is for.